Hey, yo, Miggy, what's up?
Better stop what?
You better stop treating your mama like shit.
Oh man.
Your family don't.
Well, yeah, but I mean, sometimes one more like that'll do it to you. You know, like what? How do you? Because I mean, you being a manager, like, how do you just not lose it?
Honestly, I always think about my kids.
Yeah.
That's what I just try to picture in my head. Like, okay, if I curse this person back out, I'm gonna lose my job. My kid's not gonna have nowhere to live. You know, I'm gonna be fucked, basically.
Okay.
So that's what flashes through my head. But at the same time, sometimes it's hard. Like, no matter how much you hold yourself, especially like it's like the people that work under me, I'm like a cub, you know. They're like my little baby cubs, and like when I see people mistreating them, I'm like, no. Like, they're literally trying to make $1.15. Leave them alone. Like, you know? So it's hard, though.
It's that, like, that mama bear kind of inside of you.
They're like, Fatima, like, this lady is being rude. I'm like, where? Which one?
Yeah.
Let me handle this. You know, I try to just defuse the situation. You know, most of the time it's just the pricing stuff.
Yeah.
Stalker's not putting where it goes or whatever. Sometimes this is dramatic, though. Like, things cost $100 and then I seen it in a spot for 99 cents. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
you know?
like, you know, that just doesn't make sense.
You know, so like, instead of being like, no, we're not gonna do it, I'll be like, I could give you like 5% off, or I start low and then see what they say. If they take it, okay, and then if not, I'll be like 10% off for the inconvenience for the long wait. You know? Try to blame it on different stuff so they could just be like, all right, cool.
I got you.
But you know, as soon as you tell a customer no, they automatically get mad.
Yeah, nah, I know what you mean.
They'll be like, what's your name? Are you the manager? Like,
yes, I am the manager.
You know, sometimes I have to flip my badge back over. Like, is it showing or?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Nah, I got you. It's tough.
It is.
It's just like, what the hell? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Miggy Vibez. I'm your host with the most, Miggy. To my right, I got the lovely and gorgeous Fatima. How you doing, Fatima?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing blessed. Thank you so much for coming through. And so you just came back from, you said it was your cousin's baseball game?
Oh, no, my little brother.
Your little brother? Mm-hmm. Awesome. So are you guys, I know you're from New York, right?
Yeah.
In the Bronx. Mm-hmm. And then now you're back here in sunny Southern California. So kind of tell me like that transition, like what happened, why did you come from there to here, like that story?
I came when I was a baby.
Okay.
Really, yeah. So I didn't really have a choice. It was my mom's choice. She was out there just doing whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
Her older sister had already came out here. So the sister was telling the younger sister, come out here, it's a better life, like you're tripping out there. A lot of things going on. You already have my brother. He was already born. My mom had him when she was like 15 years old. So
oh wow.
Yeah, she ended up coming out here, just staying here. She met her husband, got married, stood with him for a very long time. Then he ended up passing away. That was sad.
Oh man, R.I.P. I'm sorry to hear that.
R.I.P. Willow.
Dang. So you come out here with the family, and so then you started your own family out here too. Do I take it?
Kinda, yeah, in a way, but it's just me and my kids now.
Okay.
It happens.
I got you.
I'm happy though.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Right?
Yeah. So I remember when I first met you. This was like maybe almost about a year ago, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And you were working in like that jewelry section. Yep. And I'm gonna be honest, it's like it only made sense for you to work in jewelry.
When I got hired, she said the same thing.
Yeah, it only makes sense. Like, I don't know, you just got that, I guess you could say like that, like image definitely, it means something to you. Like the right. First image you have, first impressions and everything like that. Were you always, in a sense, like a stylish type of person? Yeah,
pretty much. I always like to wear nice clothes, have nice things, you know, things like that. I feel like sometimes, like, the way you present yourself could just be very, like, crazy. A person be like, if you wearing bummy-ass clothes, they're going to be like, ugh, she's a bum. Like, you know? Yeah. If you have at least nice clothes on, at least you still have a chance.
Okay. I got you. So what kind of like style do you go for? Like do you have inspiration for the style?
Honestly, I don't really have it. be like, okay, black, or let me see if I have a black shirt.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what am I wear today? Like, I don't like to wear, if I wear black shoes today, I'm not going to wear black shoes tomorrow. I like to wear pink shoes. Wear pink shoes, then I'll wear blue shoes, then I'll wear white shoes. You'll never see me like wearing the same stuff.
Okay, so you definitely like you like to be a little bit flavorful with it. You don't want to stay the same and do the same thing over and over again. Okay, so I guess it's the fact that you don't like the same thing over and over again. Knowing that you were just working in the jewelry section in Walmart, and you got that promotion to become a manager. You hopped on that right away because it's kind of the same mentality where you don't want to be in the same place forever.
Pretty much. And then, like, I just felt like, dang, I'm blessed to even be offered another position, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I literally put in my application for Walmart because I was like, you know what? I need something. And honestly, I heard they hire anybody. So I was like, shit, let me try it. So that's why I did it. And then once I start working, I was like, okay, well, at least I can pay my bills. I'll figure it out later. Then opportunities just start coming. I was like, hell yeah, shit, more money, I'm in it.
Hey, there you go. So how long did you work before you got like that offer?
I want to say like probably 4 months. It was.
Wow, that's quick. Dang.
It wasn't that long.
I got you. And was Walmart, like, obviously you've had jobs before that. What jobs were they?
I used to be a supervisor for the Conservation Corps. Then from before that, I used to work at the Conservation Corps, but in the office, like front office secretary, answering telephones, stuff like that, directing calls.
What is the Conservation Corps?
It's like a job training program for the youth.
Okay.
Kids between, I want to say 18 and 24.
18 and 24?
Yeah, if you don't have a high school diploma, they help you with school and give you part-time work. So that way when you finish, you can have something on your resume to present to someone. Like, I did a job. It's like you're getting trained, but you can use it on your resume.
Okay, so it's kind of just helping give people, like, you know, that extra kick or that extra foot in the door that they didn't have before.
Over somebody else, you know, somebody who doesn't have nothing, you're going to be on top of them.
That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know we had a little, I guess, companies that did that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Dang.
I worked in the office for like 4 years, and then my last year with them, I transitioned to a field supervisor. So to drive these big old trucks and have crews of like 10 kids or youth. They're adults, you know, but like I said, like I was telling you, like when people work under me, I feel like I'm their mama.
Yeah, okay.
Like I got to protect them. I can't let nothing happen to them. It was pretty cool. I met a lot of people. And all my people always wanted to work. I never got ones that was like mean, bad, lazy. Like they'll be like, Miss Fatima, anything else? Like I'm like, dang, yeah. Can you pick this up? Can you do this? Like,
it's inspirational.
It was cool.
Yeah. Though, do you think like the fact that they were so into it and that, you know, they were driven to better themselves and better their lives, did you kind of see that as like, dang, like you inspired me to really go out and achieve my goals as well?
Kind of, yeah, in a way, because if they would work with other people, the other people wouldn't say those kind of things about them. Like, they'll be like, yeah, that person is lazy. I'm like, that person isn't lazy. That person be doing shit when they're with me. Like, but I think it's just like the way you talk to them. And like, I always try to, it's not just sometimes about work. It's about building relationships with the people you work with.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my gosh. That was like, that's one thing that it was really kind of tough for me. Just working for Walmart, because Walmart was my first ever job.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I never had a job because I was a full-time student and a full-time athlete. Mm-hmm. So, but you know, because of times, I was able to have the opportunity to actually get a job, pick up a job, and work it. And you know, it's just one thing that I noticed is that associate to management, like, relationship is super important because you know, you're never really going to be able to control how customers react or like how customers, you know, because their customers are customers. But if you can have a good relationship with the management to a point where, you know, you're both going to be super productive, but then you kind of enjoy your company together being there. Just not only is the atmosphere in the workspace going to be so much like better, but it's just I feel like things are gonna be like smoother, and it's gonna be so much more beneficial. And so that's why, like when I found out that you became a manager, I was actually like super pumped, because I knew that you were like that. You know, not only do you tell us what to do, but you're also like, you know, our mama bear, you're our friend. You always look out for us, and I feel that, at least for me personally, I always do my best to look out for you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got my back, I got your back. And, you know, obviously, like, I'm not gonna put no names out there, but there are also some other managers where it wasn't really like that. And, you know, it was kind of just like a burden where, okay, I'm having a problem, come here, this is your problem, and then they leave.
Right.
And it's like, man,
that's not good.
Yeah. I don't know. So that's why, like, you know, it's cool. Like, I like that, you know, you're doing that.
Yeah, I like, just for example, yesterday, one of the associates came up to me, one of the self-checkout hosts. They're like, oh, Fatima, you're really cool. And I was like, okay, like, thank you, but like, I know I'm cool, you know, kind of thing. I'm like, because I'm not sure where she's going with this. I'm like, okay, cool, like, thanks. And then she's like, yeah, she was like, I was telling my mom about you. She was like, when I first started working here, she was like, I was kind of scared of you, but like, you're really cool. And I was telling my mom, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, like
I felt cool. Like, I was like, dang, like, she's over here telling her mom how cool I am. And I always keep in mind, like, I remember when I was in that position, when I used to be working jewelry, get called to the front end, I got to stand there for 2 hours, like, then I need a break. And then, you know, they sometimes like, oh, we don't have, you got to wait, and you end up waiting. That's not fun. That's not a good experience.
Yeah.
You end up coming to work, like, see me on shift, you be like, oh, shit, there go that bitch Fatima. Is she here? You know, I don't like that. All my people, when I see them, they be happy. Their eyes light up. They be like, Fatima, you're here. Like, and I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do this shit and get the fuck out of here. All we here to do is pay our bills, make our money, go home.
Exactly.
We don't want nobody feeling like, damn, shit, she here, or fuck, I got to work with this person, or damn, they never give me my break sometimes. Like, some of the other people, they be laughing at me, but you see me before I pull out that paper, I'll be like, who need a break? Oh, this person need a break. This person need a lunch. Like, that's the only way to stay on top of shit. I'm not about to keep all that stuff in my head, and then next thing you know, somebody about to hit their fifth, or they need, like, a break. They've been here for, like, 3-4 hours, and I'm just like, you haven't had a break? Like, go take your break now. Take 2 breaks. That's fucked up.
See, I dig that. And not only did you have a paper, but you actually brought a whole ass clipboard.
Yeah.
Like, that was lit. I see you.
And I bought that for myself. The company didn't provide that. I was like, you know what? I need a clipboard. I got to have my people write when they work with me, or else you lose them.
Yeah.
They don't want to come to work, or they start calling off, or you just, a whole person, a good person just gone because they're like, no, I never get my breaks on time. I never get my lunch on time, or she just always mean, or she got an attitude with me, or she's picking on me, like all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, no, we need good vibes when I'm here.
I dig that.
I be trying.
Definitely.
Hard.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I mean, I think you were the first person that I saw who took out like the paper and started checking things off. And then slowly other members of management, they started to do the same thing too. So like, that's pretty cool. You're able to start the trend.
Yep. I like doing stuff like that because it only helps all of us at the end of the day. Like I said before, you don't want somebody feeling like shit at work. Like, you want them to be like, hell yeah, I'm going to do my 8 hours and go home, you know?
Yeah.
But Walmart could be tough.
Oh, 100%. I know what you mean. Like
to sum it up, tough.
Very tough. Yeah, I feel that. Cameras, like, I always wanted to do that, but I just, you know, it's kind of pricey, and I didn't really want to break the bank account. But just one day I woke up, and I was like, man, you know, like, I keep telling everybody, like, you know, this is okay, because I don't really want to work for anybody. I knew I never wanted to work for anybody before I started working for somebody.
Right.
Before I started working for Walmart, I always knew I wanted to be my own boss, have my own hours, and just do something crazy, do something dope. And so there's this guy on Instagram that I follow, and he's basically telling me that, you know, these years of 20 to like 30 are the years where you want to make the biggest risks. And just try it out. Just go for it. Follow your dreams. Find a passion. And so, you know, I decided, you know what, I'm a really invest into this. And so then I kind of swallowed the pill, and I got these cameras, and like, I'm not looking back. You know what I mean? Like, did you ever have any, I guess, like passions or like really big goals that at one point you really just put your all into?
Um, Goals. I mean, little things like not so. I mean, they're little to other people, but they're big to me.
Yeah.
Like getting my high school diploma. I went back to school for that. I got it when I was like way older. I don't want to say the age because
Oh no, it's cool.
but like, I had to go back. I had to realize like, just those little things put you above someone else when you're looking for a job or like you're trying to elevate yourself. It's very hard to just like have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna offer them? You gotta get there on the bus. You don't have a car. You might be late. Like, people don't want that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I started thinking like, you know what? I need to start doing little things to get my life better. And I ended up getting my high school diploma. I ended up getting a supervisor position. Coming from like being a secretary, working in the office, it was crazy. I learned a lot.
Really?
But just like I said, little things, little goals, not so many big goals, things that everybody should already do. Sometimes I look back like, dang, that's not really a goal. That's like something I should be doing,
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to own a house one day. That's my lifetime goal.
Hell yeah.
Have something to leave my kids because it's important. When you're not here, your kids, they got to fend for themselves, and that's messed up. So just put them a little higher, give them a little house or something.
Give them some type of security.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. That's cool. Like, have you ever felt maybe like a couple years back, like, what's the purpose? What's the point of all this? What's the purpose of all this? Am I really like? Is there hope?
I want to say when I was younger, yeah, I'll be like, what the fuck we got to go to school for? Like,
Yeah.
I can't even understand half this shit. Like, or, I would miss so many days where I'm like, where are we at in this class? Like, so in that, yeah, for that. But at the same time, I just always think it's a purpose because my kids, they push me.
Yeah.
That's my main thing. Like, if they didn't have me, then they have nobody. So I got to keep on going with everything, like house, rent, everything.
Mm-hmm. And it's what keeps you going, keeps you striving. That's cool. I find that, a lot of people that I bring on this show, one thing I always like to ask is, what was their motivation? What is their driving force? For some people, it's just that they want to be famous. For some people, or like for yourself, it's I got kids. I got people I want to fend for. Mm-hmm. And that's cool. I really dig that. And so, like, where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I see myself in a better position. Like, it's a good position, but I want a better position.
Okay.
I never want to stay in the same space. Like, yeah, I'm doing better than I was last year, but I know I could do more, like, way better than this.
Yeah.
So in like 5 years, I think I could do it. I mean, working at Walmart 4 months, and then I'm like a supervisor. That's like a department manager. So it's like that gives me motivation.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, well, if I could do that, I could do this, I could do that. Like, it just every little thing that I go through, I'm like, okay. I take it as motivation.
Yeah.
Like, when I got this tattoo, people think like, oh, you're blessed, like you're religious. Like, no, I'm blessed because I'm still here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm blessed because I can have a job. I'm blessed because my kids can depend on me. Like, I'm not rich. I don't have a big ass house. I don't got 3 cars. I don't got all this money in the bank, but I'm still blessed.
Oh, 100%.
So that's why I got the tattoo.
And it's all a perspective too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you happy?
I'm happy. I usually just chill. Like I said, I'm just usually work or at home with the kids. Even like my kids, they went to New York to visit my mom. The whole time they were gone, like I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I was just literally chilling in my house, like enjoying my time by myself. Like, before, I would say like being happy was like smoking, drinking, chilling with my friends, going to parties, going out, doing stuff like that. But then there comes a time in your life where you're like, peace and quiet is fun too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Being by yourself can be happy. You don't have to be with somebody to be happy. You could be happy by yourself. Like, what is it they say? I can do bad all by myself.
Who said that?
It's from a movie.
I can do better by myself. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't think I've heard that one before. I can do bad all by myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm chill, just all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need anybody
basically
to do my thing.
Yep.
Okay. But how important are friends though? Like how important are connections? I mean, obviously, like probably they are important, but only to like a certain point in maybe one person's life. You know, like at what point in your life were friends like, okay, like this is important. Like these connections, these are important to me. This friend group can help me out to get to this point. And then at one point in your life was like, okay, I don't really need friends anymore. Now I'm kind of like at this point in my life where I can just chill.
I think maybe when I was a kid, like honestly, once I grew to be like, once I had my first daughter, I was an adult automatically. Like I was 17, but I can do whatever I want because I have a kid. Like,
yeah.
So I would say then, but once I turned like around 20, 21, that's when I was just like, I mean, if you want to be my friend, be my friend. If you don't, then don't.
So what? Yeah,
you know?
who cares? Yeah.
But like, I feel like when you're younger, you're like, oh yeah, my friend this, oh my friend that, or like, you know, I never had too many friends. Honestly, I could probably count on my finger, like, I mean, on my hand and my fingers, how many
friends, like real
I
friends.
had. Yeah, real friends in my whole life, like not just like in the past year or so, like my whole life.
I got you.
I really have friends.
No, I relate to that too. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people, but for the people that are like my actual friends, like maybe only 2.
Yep.
Maybe even 3.
And some of them fall off. It starts to be like they at a half right now. You keep playing with me, you're gonna be gone.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy how like as times change and you build interests and you build hobbies, and some people they're just not into it as much anymore, and then you know you have different responsibilities, so you don't have time. And then things just kind of tend to like just fall through. But it seems like the one thing that's always constant in everybody's life is the idea of family, you know? So is family like, I mean, obviously family is very, very important to you. What are some things that just like, that create a good family? Some aspects in a family that makes a good family. Like, for example, maybe just like the idea of, you know, being truthful with each other, no lies, being fully transparent, being able to have a conversation and not raise each other's voice with each other. Like, what are some, in your perspective, some I guess parts of a family that makes a family so strong and unbreakable?
It depends what kind of family you're talking about, because like I have family, right? Like, are we talking cousins or are we talking like brothers and sisters? Like, or is that like, I mean, kind of like the whole thing for you?
Yeah, the whole thing.
It's a little different for me. I feel like my cousins are my family and stuff like that. My aunties and stuff. I really don't. I have like one uncle, but he's in New York, so it doesn't really count. But I would say it's a kind of, for me, it's separated. Mm-hmm. I have them, then I have my family. Okay. Like my family is like my brothers, my mom, and my kids. Yeah. That's my family. For everybody else, it's like we were family at one point. Like what we was talking about earlier. Yeah. Like, you know, it just comes a time where like I do miss those times where we had the whole families together at family functions. I'll be like, hell yeah, my cousin, my favorite cousin. Hell like, yeah. But now it's just like we different. We're in different spaces, different lives. Like sometimes you gotta separate yourself so you could be better. Not better than them, but just better as a person.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
So family for me is really important, especially my little brothers, my kids, and my mom. That's my family.
Definitely. That's good. Yeah, you really want to keep those people close to you because those are like the backbone to whatever you do.
Yep. And you never know what can happen.
Oh, definitely.
Sometimes life can be short. It's messed up and it's sad, but it's true.
Yeah. I mean, you see it happen all the time, especially now. Yeah. Like with a bunch of these rappers and stuff passing.
Yeah, my uncle passed away a couple years back, and that's when I really realized, like, life is short, and I'm going to start doing whatever I want to do, because I don't want to have that, what is it? The
regrets when you're laying in bed,
or like coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, no, I did it, and I did that, and I did that, and I did that, and now I'm ready to go. take me whenever, like, type of thing.
I got you.
That's how I be living.
It's funny that a lot of people, especially elder people, when they're on their deathbed, they're always saying that their biggest regrets aren't the things that they did, it's the things that they didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you could maybe just give me probably, like, your bucket list and maybe the top 3 things that you want to do before it's your time, like, what would those 3 things be?
I'm gonna keep it PG.
All right. That's cool.
For sure, PG, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna say bungee jump. I always wanted to do that since I was a kid, especially when I seen Selena, she did it. I was like, hell yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I want to do that. And then I would say, like, travel somewhere real nice, show my kids, like, something else other than, like, Long Beach, New York. You know,
Yeah.
Long Beach, New York, Long Beach. Like, maybe Hawaii or something like that. Take them somewhere real nice. And then, like I say, get a house and basically have something for them when I'm done.
There you
Take
go.
me after that, you know?
Hey, okay. That's not bad. I feel you. So, yeah, that's definitely something you should probably, consider, and every day just try to get more closer to that goal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. So you're Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. How is that? Like, you go to Puerto Rico a lot? You got family
No.
members in Puerto Rico?
I never been to Puerto Rico only because my family, my grandpa, my grandma, they ended up passing away, and most of the family that we had in Puerto Rico was, like, through them.
Okay.
So, like, my mom, like I said, she moved out here in the 90s. My aunt moved out here in the 90s. My people's in New York. They didn't never really keep contact with people in Puerto Rico. So I never been there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy,
really,
right? Yeah. I never been there. No.
Do you want to go?
I do want to go. I mean, I was scared when they had all those, like, tornadoes and all these, like...
Oh, the big old hurricane?
Tsunamis, and I don't know. It was just... it was scary. That's why I was like, I don't know if I want to go. But then again, I'm like, if I get taken out, at least I'm doing something I wanted to do, you know?
Yeah, I got you. You get taken out. I feel you. Yeah. Nah, I definitely, like, traveling is on the top of one of my bucket lists. Like, at some point, especially while I'm still young, everybody's saying, you want to travel while you're young. So, I mean, I'm young, so hopefully I'll stay young for a while. But I don't know.
Young or old, but yeah, you should travel somewhere. At least one thing. So that you say you went somewhere. Like, that would be my favorite thing. When you come back from school, when you have summer vacation, and you come back from school, and the teacher's like, your warm up is like, tell me something that you did, over the summer or whatever. And mine would always be like, oh, I spent 3 months in New York. Like, really? You went to New York? Like, I'm like 8 years old at school telling everybody, hell yeah, I went to New York. It was so much fun. My mom didn't want to come back. I really hope she wants to go back, but I know we got our lives here. Like, it was crazy.
Damn, you was kind of like, you was hot shit in middle school.
And I'll be like, everybody knew me, like, okay, well, yeah, they'll be like, you went to New York for summer. Other people like, oh, I didn't do shit. I just sit at home. Like, I'm like, okay. At least go to the park, something.
I got you. What are some things you like to do in New York? Like, I heard New York pizza is fire. Is that true?
Stupid fire.
Ooh.
It's really big and huge. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the pictures. They're like big ass.
Humongous ass size. Like, are all the pizzas there like that?
Yes, all of them.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is that technically like the New York style?
Yeah.
Just being big as fuck?
Yep.
What?
Like, if you ever do, like, New York style pizza out here, you'll see it's like they make them extremely big. And then, like, over there when I went, my aunt, she was like, you just do this, and like she did it. I was like, a taco, like, and she just folded it up. She's like, you eat it like that. I was like, okay, shit, I know how to eat tacos. This reminds me of tacos.
What?
She's like, tacos. I'm like, tacos? You don't know tacos? She's like, I mean, I see them, but I never had them. I'm like, oh shit, you gotta tell moms to hook you up.
What? No tacos? How's no one know about tacos?
Right?
Tacos are the shit.
New York is. They have some Mexican restaurants, but not too many. But then it's trippy because there's like Mexicans cooking Puerto Rican food.
Really?
It's weird.
What? Is
weird.
In New York? Are there like what's like the ratio? Are there a lot of Mexicans or?
Yeah, now
like,
there's a lot of Mexicans. There's like a lot of different people, not just Mexicans.
Very diverse.
People. Yeah.
Diverse.
But back in the days, no. That was like we would go and they'll be looking at my little brothers like, oh, this is what a Mexican looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Dang, so things really kind of changed pretty fast.
Big time.
Damn, okay. So besides the food, like, are there any, like, tourist attractions or anything like that? Like how, you know, we have Disneyland and...
Yeah, there's a lot of things out there to do, but, like, to me, that's all, like, that's, like, tourist shit.
Yeah.
You know? You want to go to the hood, like,
okay.
You know? That's where I go. Like, I don't go to Manhattan and go sit in a, like, nice-ass apartment. You know, no. Like, I go to the hood where my aunts live in the projects. My fucking... cousins are on the street, like these are their homies when we pull up, you know, like stuff like that. I feel like those kind of experiences are better than just going out there and oh, let's go to Central Park and walk around. Like, no, you want to go out there and see some shit. Like,
okay,
if somebody came here, you wouldn't be like, oh, let's go see Shoreline. Like, you know, walk around. I would be like, let's go to the hood. You want to see some shit? I'll show you some shit.
Okay, like, so like just that whole hood atmosphere, that's kind of like that. It resonates with home with you. Like that's where you feel more at home, more at peace. That's funny because that's like I had that conversation with my dad the other day. Actually, not the other day. It was a while ago. But he ever been to Belmont? Yeah. Like the Belmont area, like the rich people. So I remember going there with my dad one time, and my dad said something about like, yeah, I don't really like being in this neighborhood. This neighborhood, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, like, where I grow up, you know, it was the hood. Like my dad grew up in by Santa Cruz, by the Flats, which is right by the boardwalk. It's a pretty, it's not the greatest neighborhood, but that's kind of where he grew up pretty much his whole life. And I mean, luckily, like my dad made it out, you know, thank God this is where I am. But yeah, he was just telling me that, you know, just being in these big high fashion, the high life, pretty much the rich people, how the rich people live, it just it doesn't really sit well with them. It doesn't, you know, he'd rather be part of something, like part of the struggle. The struggle, you know, it creates a bond with the people that are in it. That's pretty unbreakable.
Yep, you're right about that, because it's just like I said, you can go to different places in New York, but if you ain't going to you ain't going on Tremont, then that's nothing.
No.
It's really cool out there, but I wouldn't say move out there. I would say go and see first, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's still different. Like here, it's like, if like people be racist towards each other. Over there, hell no.
No?
Like, hell no. It's like, you do something to somebody's sister, then you're going to get your ass beat, you know?
Okay, yeah.
You disrespect somebody's mama walking down the street, then that's something.
Yeah.
But it's not because of the color of your skin. Here, I see a lot of that stuff happening here.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. I mean, I do notice that too. It's very, like, there's a lot of racial separation. But, and that's interesting. It's not like that over in New York. I mean, I've never been to New York, but...
Let me know when you want to go.
Oh, I'm always down. You know what I mean? I'm always down.
Stay at my mom's house. She cook us food every day. So.
Yeah. What's one of like your favorite dishes from your mom?
My mom, I want to say, honestly, tacos.
The tacos that your mom makes?
Because my mom was married to a Mexican man for 25 years. So a lot of the food that my mom cooked was like Mexican food. And sometimes, like, when we wanted, like, Puerto Rican food, like, that was my aunt. We would be like, hey, what'd you cook today? Like, and she'd be like, oh, I cooked this. Like, let me get a little bit. She's like, all right, cool, come over, whatever. And so he was very traditional. You know, we would order pizza, and he would be like, no, I don't want pizza.
Really?
He'll be like, quiero frijoles. Like, oh, yeah. Like, you know, crazy shit. Like, some shit you see, like, a Mexican lady cooking.
Yeah.
So my mom, she's cooked a lot of Mexican food.
Hell yeah.
So her tacos are fire.
Tacos are bombing. Tacos are smacking.
Yes.
Damn, I'll have to try some of that out. Yeah. No, for me, it's just rice and chicken. Because, you know, chicken? I'm always on that workout grind.
But what kind of chicken?
I like to usually get, like, the chicken breast. And then, I mean, when I was up in NorCal, staying in the dorms, I would split it open and I take some Thousand Island dressing, and then I put the dressing on the inside of it after I split it open, and then put a little bit of salt, put a little bit of pepper, and some like was it garlic, powdered garlic, and then I stick it in the oven, or kind of do the same thing, but I always put it on the grill. So I always grill it, and then I try to eat like a whole cup of rice. I do the cup of rice and then 2 cups of water. And then that's pretty much what I ate for every dinner for about 3 months straight.
Dang.
Yeah.
You don't get tired? You didn't get tired of it?
You know, at some point, like, food wasn't something that I enjoyed anymore. Food was just something I just gotta get into me. And I'm kind of in the same way right now. Like right now, I'm in cutting phase. So I reached my goal of 170 pounds.
Jeez.
And so now I'm trying to cut back to maybe about 163. And so by doing that, I have to skip a meal every day. So I eat a fat ass breakfast and a fat ass dinner. And that's it. I don't eat lunch. And it sucks because, you know, Girl Scout cookies are coming around. And so I see my family members, they're sitting down eating Girl Scout cookies. And I'm just like, damn. So I went and grabbed myself a banana.
Dang. Yeah, I remember. I seen you before in the break room, eat like with your little lunch pail, eating like bananas and nuts. And so I'm just like, I can't. Like, even if I wanted to, I just can't. Like, I don't know why. I don't have no motivation to work out. Like, I feel like I'm heavy. And when I run, it's just, like, too much weight. And it brings me down. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And then, like, nuts and stuff, or, like, bananas, like, healthy food, I'll just be like, I'd rather eat some chips.
Yeah. No, it's, like,
it's hard.
You know what? It's hard when you're not doing it. Like for me, it's super easy. And matter of fact, like I've just become such a conscious eater that, you know, I'll get those cravings for chips, but I'll tell myself, no, this isn't gonna help you get to where you want to be. Because like in my life, like this is for me, personally, for my goal. In my life, I just want to be in the best health as possible physically. I want to be in the best health as possible mentally. And I want to be, you know, the best health possible in my pockets, wealthy.
Right.
So I think about that. I'm like, all right, so how am I going to be that top 1%? Because I just want to be a 1% human being. I want to have, you know, that really good body physique. I want to have a good amount of wealth, a good amount of money. And I want to have the time. And I want to just be mentally, you know, chilling and always happy. And yeah, so this is how it's going to happen.
I've seen you before having conversations with people at work about buying houses or cars.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was a tier.
A tier?
I seen you guys talking once and you were telling them like this, like what I always hear you saying, like just elevate yourself. Like why would you want to buy a car when you could buy a house? Like their house is gonna last you longer than a car.
Exactly.
And I was just like, hey, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I'm always preaching that to everybody. You know, like I drive. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's like a little green Honda Civic somewheres. But that's my dad's car. But you know, I'm lucky enough to have him let me drive it around. But I don't own it. I could buy it if I wanted to. I have the money to do it. But I always told myself, I'm going to buy a house before I buy a car. Reason being is because a house is an asset. In other words, as soon as I put, let's say, 100,000 into it, right? I put 100,000 into it. As soon as I buy that house, it's still worth 100,000. Maybe a year later, it's worth 110,000 or 120,000.
Right.
So it gains value. If I buy $100,000 car, as soon as I take it off the lot, it's 70,000. Or maybe 60,000. I just lost 30,000. I just lost 40,000.
Right.
So the idea for me is, you know, the way I picture my life is I would like to have my studio where it's just going to be lit. The vibes are going to be right with the LED lights. I'm going to have this.
I was about to say that with the lights. You're going to do the lights.
Yeah, I'm going to do the lights and then probably have a couch right here in the back with the TV. People be playing Fortnite. And then somewhere in the corner, I'm going to have my little music stuff with the 2 speakers. I have my engineer come over whenever. So, you know, I kind of got it. And then that's just going to be one room. And then the next room is going to be a whole weight room and all this and that and the other. And then eventually I'm thinking about making like cannabis infused edibles that people can take before going to the gym. But don't tell nobody because it's a thing in the making. But so I got all these different plans. And, you know, and I want to drive a car. I want to drive my Nissan GTR. You know, set me back like a couple, maybe like 140, 120,000, right? So how am I going to do that? And how does it make sense to me? Because a lot of times, like things, the way that I make things happen is I only do it if it makes sense.
Right.
So it only makes sense to me to buy a car after I buy a house. Because after I buy a house and then I can rent that house out, I will have the house. Yeah, I'll be paying some bills to it, but only just a little bit. But that's for the mortgage, which is the loan I get from the bank. And then if I buy a house, I'm going to rent that house out to somebody who pays rent. So when they pay rent, part of that rent is going to go to the mortgage. So I'm not even paying the mortgage anymore. They're paying it for me. And then a certain percentage of the rent that they get is going to come straight to me. That's cash flow. That's money that I'm making. So with the money that they give to me, I would use as payments towards a car. So therefore, I'm basically getting a car
for free on their dime.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, they buying you a car.
Yeah, so that was just kind of my whole mindset of like, you know, it only makes sense. Like, you want to do this and this and this. And, you know, the people that listen, man, that's awesome.
Right.
For the people that don't, it's okay. You know, they'll find out. It's just the thing is it's all just patience. And, you know, like, I really wish I could get this all right now. You know, I wish I could have move out of my mama's house already. But, you know, I'm just trying to let off the gas a little bit, let things happen one at a time, and try to see if things can fall back into place.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. You can't just be out here trying to break yourself, trying to do better, you know. You got to bring yourself up.
Definitely.
Of course, you're going to go through struggles, but at the end of the day, you're going to get to where you want to be. That's all a part of life. It's not easy. We don't live in a fairy tale. This is real life. Like, you got to do things and take it easy. Don't be so hard on yourself. But then again, don't, like, not do shit either.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, you're doing this to yourself. It's hard.
It's hard to find balance.
It is. And to find maybe, like, a direction or, like, where you want to go. A lot of people don't know what they want to be, what they want to do. But at the same time, when you're young, you're like, oh, I want to be a teacher. Oh, I want to be this. Then when you get older, you're like, I don't want to be no fucking teacher. Like, I want to do this. So
yeah,
I hear a lot of people saying they went to school for doing this, but then they're not even doing the stuff that they went to school for.
Yeah.
But I think that's just life in general. It happens like that.
That's true. That's life. Life is a game. Either you're good at it, you're bad at it, you win or you lose.
Right. It gets hard, but sometimes it gets easy too. It's just like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah. Well, hey, Fatima, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No problem.
Like, this is amazing. I'm so happy you're able to make it. You know, everybody at work has been telling me, you got to get Fatima on. You got to get Fatima on. I even told Brett, I said, hey, Brett, watch. I'm going to get Fatima on. He was like, nah. I told him, all right, man, just watch.
For real.
But, yeah, thank you for telling me about your perspective on things and sharing with me your opinions.
No
like, it's interesting.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it. But I text you like at 3 a.m. because I had woke up and I was like, oh my God, I didn't text Miguel back. I'm like, I'm so excited just laying in bed at 3 a.m. I was excited.
Yeah, I'm happy we were able to make a move. Like, they don't know behind the scenes of how this almost didn't happen.
Right.
But then it happened. Yeah. So thank you so much. And I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be going back to Walmart. And I don't think I'm even going to stay in Long Beach for like the next week and a half. But I'll probably stop by and say what's up before I leave.
Yeah, always stop by. You know, we're going to be there. I'm going to be there for a while. I'm trying to move up, though, and I stay in that little position for a while, a couple months, and then I'm trying to do something else. That's how it's going to be. But, yeah, stop by anytime. We be there.
Got you.
Making that money.
Always. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good rest of your day.